Marcus Mosiah Garvey was born on August 17, 1887, in Sentence Bay, Jamaica. He was born to a moderately prosperous Afro-Jamaican family. As a teenager, Garvey began working as an apprentice in the printing trade. Working in Kingston, he became involved in trade unionism before living briefly in Costa Rica, Panama, and England. Returning to Jamaica, he founded UNIA in 1914. In 1916, he moved to the United States and established a UNIA branch in New York City's Harlem district, emphasizing unity between Africans and the African diaspora. He campaigned for an end to European colonial rule across Africa and the political unification of the continent. He envisioned a unified Africa as a one-party state governed by himself that would enact laws to ensure black racial purity. Although he's never visited the continent, he was committed to the Back to Africa movement, arguing that some people of African descent should migrate there. Garvey's idea became increasingly popular and the UNIA grew its membership. However, his black separatist views and his relation with white supremacists such as the Ku Klux Klan to advance their shared interest in racial separatism divided Garvey from other prominent African American civil rights activists such as W.E.B. Du Bois, who promoted racial integration. Committed to the belief that black people needed to secure financial independence from white dominant society, Garvey launched various businesses in the U.S., including the Negro Factory Corporation and Negro World newspaper. In 1919, he became president of the Black Star Line Shipping and Passenger Company, designed to forge a link between North America and Africa and facilitate African American migration to Liberia. However, in 1923, Garvey was convicted of mail fraud for selling the company's stocks and imprisoned in the United States Penitentiary Atlanta for nearly 2 years. Many commentators have argued that the trial was politically motivated. Garvey blamed the Jewish people, claiming that they were prejudiced against him because of his links to the KKK. Deported to Jamaica in 1927, where he settled in Kingston with his wife Amy Jacques, Garvey continues his activism and established the People's Political Party in 1929. Briefly serving as a city councillor with UNIA in increasing financial difficulty in 1935, he relocated to London, where his anti-socialist stance distanced him from many of the city's black activists. He died there in 1940, although in 1964 his body was returned to Jamaica for reburial in Kingston's National Heroes Park. Garvey was a controversial figure. Some in the African diaspora community regarded him as a pretentious warmonger and were highly critical of his collaborations with white supremacists. His violent rhetoric and his prejudice against mixed-race people and Jews. He nevertheless received praise for encouraging a sense of pride and self-worth among Africans and the African diaspora amid widespread poverty, discrimination, and colonialism. In Jamaica, he was widely regarded as a national hero. His idea exerted a considerable influence on such movements as Rastafarianism and the Nation of Islam and the Black Power movement. Marcus Garvey was proclaimed national hero by the government of Jamaica for his activism towards the freedom and upliftment of the black nation. The government of Jamaica also honored Garvey by placing his portrait on banknotes and coins. They also named schools and streets and other landmarks after Marcus Garvey. Thank you for joining us as we appreciate and celebrate the activism and upliftment of our Jamaican national hero, Marcus Mosiah Garvey.